a guy stop talking to me because he said I had too many kids, but he knew how many kids I had when we first started talking. But he said the more he thought about it, he didn't want to take care of my two younger kids, the ones that are 5 and 6, the ones from my ex-husband. He said if he didn't want to take care of his responsibilities, why should I?
Damn.
Now, here's the thing. This particular person had a dependency issue. He was a recovering alcoholic, and I didn't hold it against him because I said he has a good job, he has a good head on his shoulders. I like where he was going in life, and who am I to judge someone off of their past or their past addictions? So for me personally, for you to sit there and say you don't want to deal with my kids, I didn't ask you to be their dad.
Wait a minute. I don't know if y'all caught what she just did. What was the point of mentioning that he was an alcoholic? That gave nothing to the story, but to try to make her seem like a better person.
Up any responsibility. In fact, let's normalize not wasting people's time, especially, or normalize saying this is what I'm bringing to the table and this is what you're bringing to the table. This is what you're struggling with. This is what I'm struggling with. And let's see if we want to do that.
I agree with that.
But don't waste people's time.
Just so we're clear, single moms are just as good as women that do not have kids. I don't care. I don't want to hear, oh, she's high mileage. Oh, she's used up. No, because 9 times out of 10, women that have kids and are established in life, know what they want, won't play games, are not going to want you to finance their life or for you to give them money or for you to give them gifts. They're just going to want somebody to build a life with. They're not going to want to waste your time and mine you know what you and break your heart, cheat on you with God knows how many men.
All women are going to do that. Single moms would probably do that even more. That's even funnier. In fact, single mothers are going to require the same thing as any other woman. But on top of that, she's also going to require that for her kids. So therefore, if you want to give one woman, a single woman without any kids, a gift for Christmas, that's fine. You can give her a gift for Christmas. If a woman is a single mom, that means you have to give her a Christmas gift and her kid or kids a Christmas gift. Now, in the beginning, maybe it's not going to happen. But the lifelong relationship of you having with a single mom, it's in no way she's going to allow you to neglect her kids. You will have to pay for those kids somehow, some way. You're not coming home with food and bringing food for her and you and not bringing food for those children. It just doesn't even make any sense.
Because they're in a place where they want to know what they can do in life or where they could go or what kind of men they could attract or what kind of men they could be in. So don't ever devalue a single mom because the women of this era are chewing you up and spitting you out because you're not to their standards.
They're probably not to your standards as well, right? So what she's basically making it seem like, come to single moms, and this always happens when women have kids. It's like after they have kids. Once they have kids, they feel like they deserve the same exact things as every other woman. If you're a man and you think that you're gonna go out there and you're gonna make money and you're gonna be able to take care of a woman and possibly a family, you should do that to any woman, whether it's your family that you made or not. She's supposed to get the same exact thing as any other woman. And if not, then something is wrong with you if you don't want to take care of a woman and somebody else's kids. That's literally going to the dinner table after somebody else left the date, picking up his fork and eating his leftovers right on the table with her. That's crazy. And then the biggest part about that, after you finish eating those leftovers, you have to pay for what he ate, the scraps you ate, and everything she had.
You ever thought maybe because you're not to their standards, you shouldn't judge a single mom? Because let me tell you, some of us single moms, you know, we come with snacks. We pay our own bills. We don't need no man to take care of us. So don't ever knock a single mom.
Came with snacks? All right, and pay your own bill. All right. Every woman say that they pay their own bill. This is like astonishing every time I hear that. That is just like being an adult 101. If a woman doesn't pay her own bills, now I'm just curious, who the hell else is supposed to pay it? If an adult chooses not to pay their own bills, who is responsible of paying those bills of that adult? Nobody else. But it just so happened that a man is supposed to be happy that a single woman is paying her own bills. That's like extremely weird. Or you're taking care of your own kids. You're getting points for stuff that you're supposed to do. That would be like a man going outside saying, well, I brush my teeth. I wash my own skin. Nobody bathes me. I bathe myself. I don't have women making my bowls of cereal. I make my bowls of cereal for myself. And all the women like, woo, that's a winner.
I ended up on men TikTok, on the men's side of TikTok that hate single moms and call us high mileage. But I would like to publicly apologize to all the men in my comments trying to tell me that I'm fat and ugly and high mileage and that's why I don't deserve to have a man or be happy. I get it. I hurt your guys' egos. I understand. But
I was just stating the facts. If you guys want to be with women who just use you guys for your money, that's cool.
That's like gaslighting 101. That if you do not get with a single mom, then you're going to end up with women that's going to just use you for your money. As if the single mom is not going to cost you equal or more than the single women with no children. That doesn't even make sense. And it just so happens when you do talk to single moms, because that doesn't mean that you're a bad person. And single moms could be fantastic people, but to act like you don't come with baggage as far as your children and it's going to be a burden in his life is just crazy. And then that causes you to act just like the single women that don't have the baggage. At least back in the day, long time ago, a man couldn't have a family with a woman when that wasn't his kids, but he will get some type of respect. Other people will respect him, like, look, he take care of those kids. Those not even his kids. The woman that's there is so happy to have a man right there that's going to take care of her kids, and it's not his kids. He used to get praised. He used to get some type of high five at least for that. Now it's like you're required to do it. You must do it. If you don't, you're stupid. Or why would you want to go be with a woman without kids? Why you don't want to take care of somebody else's kids? That is insane in itself.
Date women with kids when you yourself have kids? You want to call single mom time mileages when men have had more partners than women ever could probably have?
Hell no, not even close. Maybe back when, before when it was more of a, I can't even say that. The oldest profession is hookers. That's number one. It's funny because I don't even want to say, I can't even say it on YouTube, but it's funny that the women of old, even in the eras where you was thinking that, the women were more faithful, a lot of men were raising kids that wasn't theirs. They were more hookers still. This is the history of women. They think it's a man thing and a woman thing. No, women been the same way that they are now. It's just that they're more outwards with it. The kings used to have to cut the genitals off and make those men eunuchs that's going to be in the female quarters. Because they know that if they allow that man to get a stiffy over there, those women probably going to want some or going to try to use the eunuch. But if it's cut off and he don't really got much, then, there's nothing he can do.
Because you guys forget that a woman can only get pregnant one time. A man can get how many women pregnant in a span of 9 months?
And yet women still have more partners and more kids than men. Ain't that crazy?
So, I apologize for upsetting your guys' egos. And
this is how women gaslight and try to amp you up and try to make you feel bad for making a good decision about yourself. If it doesn't involve them, it doesn't suit them, then you're the stupid one for not talking to a woman and taking care of another man's child and not looking after a woman with other men's child. Like, you can't have that standard anymore because you are a bigot.
Y'all smoking crack! Something is wrong with you people!